Okay, this is going to be my review of Mulan, but it won't be just me this time. It will also be my niece.
Hi, I'm Miranda.
And the two of us, we watched the movie together this afternoon, and we thought we would give you our combined thoughts on it. So this is a Disney film. I think it's totally on par with the previous films. It's beautiful and fun, and the songs are very catchy, and we sang along to all of them.
All of them.
We sang along to all of them. Not that we knew the words, but we sang along to them.
I knew all.
She knew more of the words than me.
Most of the words. There's a couple spots, but...
The plot of the movie is that a girl named Fa Mulan, who lives in China with her family, hears that a war is broken out with the Huns. And a male from every family is being told to join the army. Well, the only male in her family is her father, and he is kind of old and broken. So she decides to take it upon herself to join in his place and pretend to be a man.
Okay, so it's sort of her, like, destiny to kind of be, like, the perfect bride, and she doesn't really want to be that. She wants to just be a normal, ordinary girl, but that's not really how it goes. So she goes, and she pretty much has to prove her worthiness, I guess, to be a perfect bride, and she kind of fails at that. So...
It's sad.
Yeah.
It's kind of sad.
Kind of sad.
I mean, it's funny, but it's sad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Apparently back then, women had one job. I literally was watching the movie and I go, damn it, Mulan, you had one job! There was only one voice actor in this film that I recognized, and usually in Disney films, there's a few people that stand out from voice acting that you're like, oh, I know who that is, and I know who that is. One person that I recognized, I think everyone recognizes right off the bat, and it was?
Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, he kind of sounds only like Eddie Murphy. In the last few films that Disney has animated, they always push the art direction in the style of the film. And this one is not an exception. It has a beautiful kind of Chinese calligraphy style to it. The opening credits are done in it, and there's a few other times in the film where it looks like it's being painted on the screen with a brush, and it's very pretty. My favorite characters are all of the side and back characters. The horse, I really like the horse. The cricket is kind of fun. I don't really care about Mushu, the dragon. I think he's kind of obnoxious.
Yeah.
It's funny for the first, like, 20 minutes.
He's kind of like the screw up all the ancestors or whatever. Is he an ancestor? What
He's
is
a guardian.
Guardian.
He's the screw-up guardian.
Yes. My favorite's the grandma, and she's pretty great.
The grandma gets the best one-liner. The prince in this film is actually the captain of the army. Shang doesn't really have any personality, I don't think. Kind of in par with, like, Prince Philip or Prince Charming. Very few exceptions in Disney films of guys that have personality when they're not a main character. Right? Well, what did you think about the film?
So, like, overall, I'd give it, like... Are we doing thumbs?
You can do whatever rating you want. You don't have to do my rating. If you want to say out of 10 stars, out of 5 stars, whatever you want to say.
Out of 5 stars, I'd give it, like, 4.73.
Wow.
It's pretty good.
That's a really high
Mulan's pretty much my favorite princess out of, like, there's, like, Mulan and Ariel and, like, Vanellope. She's pretty great. I'd say this movie's pretty good. I like the art and the culture in this is pretty cool. I don't really like how, like, chicks don't really get a say in things.
That's awful.
So what do you think about this film?
I like this movie, probably not quite as much as Miranda did, but I did totally enjoy it, and I would definitely watch it again in the very near future. It's probably not in my top 5 favorite Disney movies, but I totally enjoyed the songs and the animation, and it was fun. I really enjoyed it. But it's not a favorite of mine, so I would probably give it, like, not quite 2 thumbs, but, like, 1 and a... That looks weird, though. 1 and a half.
Because that looks better.
1 and 3/4.
But, yeah.
We'll go with this as my 1 and 3/4.
Okay, so one thing I'd like to point out is the freaking Disney Vault thing where you can't watch a movie for like 4 years until they release it again.
That's so
It's
stupid.
like my favorite movie of all time, and I haven't been able to see it since 4 years ago, and they finally released it on Netflix, which is great.
Awesome.
But now I'm just like,
It's gonna go away again.
it's gonna go away.
And I think that the theme is not necessarily to let people tell you who you are, but to find out for yourself, and that maybe you don't even really know who you are until you're pushed to your limits. Like, I think that's
a really good description.
It's a really good idea to push, because there are other Disney movies that I don't really feel like they have anything like that. Like, a lot of them, especially the early ones, are very much, I'm a princess, save me. And there's nothing wrong with that. I love those movies. But when it comes down to it, I feel like younger girls need a better role model. That's why this movie is great, because Mulan forges to protect her family beyond what they think she is capable of doing. And there are films like that that exist, but we need more of those. I really like the whole aspect of her being a total badass.
I noticed that, like, newer movies, like newer Disney movies, they're like, not like, oh my gosh, come save me, I need your kiss to wake me up. Like, even Rapunzel, like, she was locked in a tower, but she ran away and just to go find her dream, I guess.
I think that what's happening nowadays is that people are realizing that not all girls want to be passive and rescued, and I like that.
The moral of the story is to become a man to find your love.
You heard it here first, folks. Mulan, the story of a girl who became a man to find love. That was pretty great. And I guess that's it. That's the review. Have you seen Mulan? What did you think of it? What are your top favorite Disney films? Thanks for watching. I will see you later.
You just watched Stephanie talk. Don't forget to tell her what you